tuloy lang ang bante, ito lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok, at sa bawat sulok, mabangis kumikinang, lahat na ihip, niliyat na bining, parang ng tapong hili, mapapunan, meron ko muna, dapat yung laban, isang bansak, alam mo to, laro mo to, tuloy sa kampyonato, sa masalo, manlalaki, isyonado, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, dating tunggali lahat na ng pagsubok, ipon mga mga teta, numero pero dala ang batera, diretso sa pupa ang benta, mga tagahanga, veterano at mga bakibo, pinakamismo at magagaling, pamilya at barkada, yan ang umarang, ito ang bagong trip, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, bida sa gilas ng ningas, perlas sa silangan, lalong umangas, lalong tumalas, inuhunang at pangarap, labaha, abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maaarte, tuloy lang, bante, ito lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok, at sa bawat sulok, mabangis kumiging, lahat na, naghilo, hindi para, ng tapong hilig, pero kumunan, laban sa isang bansak, alam mo to, laro to, tuloy sa kampyonato, sa masalo, manlalakot ang misyonado, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, araw-araw dating tunggali lahat na ng pagsubok, ipon mga klubo, puso pa rin ang pruweba, todo buong suporta, flex mo to bilang bola, nakakatawa iyong itieta, nakalapot ng atleta, numero pero dala ang pera, diretso sa pupa ang buwelta, mga taga-pama, veterano, mga bakibo, pinakamismo at magagaling, palanganin, pamilya at barkada, yan ang umarang, ito ang bagong trip, everybody let's jam, it's not here we go, everybody let's jam, here we go, here we go, here we go. Umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilas ng ningas, perlas sa silangan, lalong umangas, lalong tumalas, inuhunang at pangarap, labaha, abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maaarte, tuloy lang, bante, ito lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok, at sa bawat sulok, laro ko, tuloy sa kapit ko, sama tayo, tunado na tayo. Here we go, everybody, let's get level up, here we go. Araw-araw nating tunggali lahat na nagpagsubok, tanit, so pa rin pruweba, todo ang support, motor bilog, ang iyong itiis, alakad, pagkangate, sa numero meron na lang ang bater, hindi na sa tupa ang beta, mga taga, pama, better, pag-ito, pinakabili, magkagaling, pamilya, barkada, ganyan umarang, ito ang bagong trip, here we go, yeah. Umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilid ng lingas, perlas sa silangan, lalo umangas, lalong tumalas, inuhunang ng pangarap, lapaha, abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maarte, tuloy lang, bante, hinto lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, tumutusok, sa bawat sulok, habang is kumigil, lahat na, nagliliyab, nagniningning, parang ng takpong hilig, pero kumunay, alam mo to, laro ko, tuloy sa kapit ko, sama tayo, tunado na tayo. Everybody, let's get here we go, everybody, let's get here we go. Araw-araw nating tunggali lahat na nagpagsubok, tanit, pagkatag ng ating work, so pa rin pruweba, todo ang support, motor bilog, nakatatak ang iyong itiis, alakad, pagkangate, sa numero meron pera, hindi diretso sa tupa ang beta, mga taga, pama, better, pag-ito, pinakabuhat, magkagaling, pamilya, barkada, ganyan, ito ang bagong trip, everybody, here we go, everybody, here we go. Umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilid ng lingas, perlas sa silangan, lalo umangas, lalong tumalas, inuhunang ng pangarap, lapaha, abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maarte, tuloy lang, bante, hinto lang ang diskarte, bumubulusok, tumutusok, sa bawat sulok, habang is kumigil, nagliliyab, nagniningning, parang ng takpong hilig, pero kumunay, bagsak, alam mo to, laro ko, tuloy sa kapit na ko, sama tayo, tunado na tayo. Everybody, let's get Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Good luck po. Oh, on. Nice. And last one.
Do we do a turn? Brother. Elbow.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Left, right. Right now. It's very important. Every game's important. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. We're blessed enough to be able to play this game. So, no matter where I play, if it's at the gym, outside court, whatever, I'm gonna play the same. Play hard. We'll see. We'll see what management do this off season. But maybe I'll just wait. Hopefully, everybody gets in the gym and all work.
Important so that we can get good momentum for the next conference and so build good habits. The young team. We still want to get this win. Siguro focus more on strength and conditioning. Make sure I hit the weight room so that my stamina is up to par. In order to be ready for heavy minutes. Thank you.
Kung saan si Simon. So magka-teammate pa.
magiging boost ba to para maganda ang mga natin is ito.
Oo naman. Motivation din yun. Lalo na another team din na kami yun na pupunta na sa elimination. Diba? So for us, kami, we want to climb up eh. Ah, lesson yun sa amin na hindi kami mag-relax kaya nung last game. Parang pinabayaan namin na kunin nila yun. Ngayon, we will be aggressive. We will play our game. We will not settle for less.
Paano mo this time, paano mo yung composer mo?
Ah, yung mga top game, wala, kailangan mo talaga compose eh. Wala kang ibang choice eh. And then for us kasi, ano rin to eh, parang preparation rin for the playoff. So, pag hindi kami maglaro na maayos, there's a big chance na hindi kami manalo sa playoffs. Pwede po sinong kahit na sinong kalaban namin. So, might as well start now. Magano kami, maglaro na maayos. Para rin naman to sa amin. So,
Iyak.
yun.
Extreme defense and put that in there. What we've been waiting for all through some gas and connect. He is clutch. Taking that his own. Four. James Bay yet again here, the United Center in Polo as we bring you the PBA Season 4 9. Stuff going to be in the field. Two teams who were disappointed the last time out. The same venue just a couple of days ago. The recovery putting Phoenix Fuel Masters in the TNT Tropang. Should be an exciting here today. We are so happy to bring it for you. I'm Paulo Cabasada, for Coach Ronnie Mazzano, and El Gregorio joining us on the sidelines today. Coach, this is back.
Definitely. For Phoenix, the Rails, their last loss versus an import-less team of Blackwater. While for the TNT, they found a kryptonite in an unlikely opponent's territory, Makudurat, from the highly favored team of TNT.
Well, let's take a look at the team standings and see where they all stand. The Phoenix Fuelmasters playing their last game, languishing near the bottom. Of course, the team Tropang, GIga, still in the hunt for a quarterfinal spot, coach. 7 is the magic number for them.
That's right. And you don't want a free fall given the fact that you were right there in the third spot before being dealt a hurtful defeat, of course, by confirming their last loss. But a win in the last 3 games for TNT still give them a chance to contest for a possible prize to be fetched. But right now, the object is to at least make it to the top 6 to figure in the best of the series at the very least.
Let's take a look at the last game of Phoenix Fuelmasters. As you mentioned, coach, it was disappointing. A 92 to 100 loss against the importless Blackwater Bossing. They were outdone from beyond the arc, outworked in the paint. Coach, what went wrong?
What went wrong? Very tricky when you play a team without an import and without hitting to lose. And although Blackwater still is contending for a possible playoff berth, George King was a big question mark. We did not see action eventually. What happened? They were out rebounded about Phoenix, outshot from the 3 ball, as Blackwater was plus 15 points, 36-21 in terms of 3-point scoring. The biggest part, through it all, through those numbers, in the last 3 minutes and 45, with the scores to all, Blackwater will come up with an 8-0 finish, and Phoenix will not score from 3 minutes and 45 onwards, and that led to the doom of Phoenix against Blackwater Bossing.
Let's take a look at the performance of the only import on the floor that day, Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith was able to put up the numbers when regard to points and bound to go with it. But most alarmingly, coach, was the amount of turnovers that he had. This conference, he averages almost 3 turnovers per game. But this time around, coach, a whopping 7 turnovers in total in the game against the Blackwater.
That is 7 of Phoenix's 13 turnovers into Donovan Smith. But more than that, this was a game that he should have dominated. He got his numbers. We talk about his usual scoring, although he had 24 in the first half, only 8 in the final. But without George King, Ponferrada and Justin Chua were able to hold his own against Donovan Smith. Not able to dominate in the last 2 minutes of the contest. And in a game wherein it was supposed to be the most dominant factor, that narrative did not happen for Donovan Smith and the rest hit it.
Take a look at Jason Perkins right now. He actually got off to a good start in the game in the second quarter by himself. He had 17 big points. Unfortunately for him, you take a look at the number of shots he's taken, you take a look at his overall production in the end. So, to apart from the second quarter, he only scored 2 points for the rest of the game.
One of only two locals to score in double figures. Their last loss, Perkins delivered a total of 19 points. None in the first, 17 in the second, that's 17 of the 32 points. 2 points in the third, the fourth. And that law of diminishing returns definitely led to a huge blow against their offensive output. And remember, some problems with their local scoring. Perkins reached his scoring average, no doubt, but they needed him to score. Some clutch time, it did not happen for Perkins and the rest of the Fuel Masters.
Well, the TNT Tropang are full of veterans, and there is also a veteran leader with the Philippines Fuel Masters, and that is none other than RJ Hadu, who has proven that he is still a dead shot here, despite being one of the more experienced pieces of the Masters.
No doubt, and able combo guard. The back out rotation of Coach Jamaica Rin played 23 minutes, scored nothing in the first two quarters, six in the third, six in the final quarter for a total of 12 points. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per contest. Number 12 in 4-point percentage. Number 2 in 4-point baskets made so far. A clutch 3-point shooter, continues to be an able leader. They need RJ Azul to be able to be at his best, especially against a team aching for a win, content for a possible twice to beat edge, the TNT Tropang.
The TNT Tropang work to do when it comes to Phoenix Fuelmaster side that is also eager for a win. Let's turn it over to Bell Gregorio for more. Bell.
Coach Jamaica Rin takes the blame after they bowed to the all-Filipino lineup Blackwater. He admits how they took the Bossing for granted. They became complacent in how the Bossing played faster, jumped higher, and were just more disciplined. As they look to take a page off their famous book, Coach Jamaica urged his players to just their A game and conference playing catch with a lot of team. But now they are able to control the game in glimpses. It's about closing out games that they have. Let's see if that trend will stay the same as we expect nothing less from the Phil Masters in their last outing. Bring it back to Paolo Coach Rock.
Thanks so much, Bell Gregorio, with that report. Coach, interesting when they say that they are trying to prevent always being on the catch. Hard to do against a TNT team who has the ability to get off to a strong start and never look back.
Playing catch up and finishing strongly. There was a stretch where Phoenix was able to win two of its 3 games, but that has been a part of history already. They want to write a better narrative in this match against TNT.
Well, the TNT Tropang were on the wrong side of a one-sided affair in the last game. Who would have thought TNT Tropang would be routed by the Therapy of Majid 117 to 108. I have no idea how that happened, Coach. Explain it to me.
You were right there. You were right there. But definitely, this was a kryptonite of the Firma team against the hottest team at one instance, winning 6 consecutive matches. Talking about TNT, but in this particular match, TNT will give up the most number of points. That's their character. This is a very good and sound defensive unit. Out-rebounded, out-assisted, beaten by the second unit. Of course, Mark Dono had 33 of those 55 second unit points, and RSJ a little bit frustrated, despite of the fact that he scored 41 points in a losing game.
That was a tie for a conference high. He had also 41 points against Magnolia this conference. So 41 points against Dela Firma. It came in a loss. Still was around his average. Coach, 10 rebounds, steals, and 4 blocks. You take a look at RHJ. The last game was a case of him not having help from the local production.
Exactly. Pana was able to provide that much needed help, but only in the first two quarters. And the biggest reason is that RHJ had to do more, had to take more shots. 14 points better than his regular scoring average. Rebounds right there. Look at the blocks, the rim protect. Eventually, all this will come up short. 50% from the 3 ball, 64% from the 2. 73% from the line, given a shorter against the rest of the reinforcements, continues to be one of the biggest reasons why TNT was on a six-game winning streak at one instance here in this country.
Let's take a look at Calvin Oftana, who got off to the hottest of starts for the TNT Tropang GIga. He went on a 7-0 run, outscoring Terfirma at 1 point, 7-0. First half, 16 points for him. Unfortunately, just a single point in the second. No field goals in the second half. In a time when they were playing catch up against the Terra Firma Jeep. But what happened for Calvin? A great first half, wasn't able to replicate it in the second.
But probably defensively, they had a hard time because they had to play better defense. The fact that he is such a superior scorer, Terafirma won the middle quarters, scoring over 70 points and limiting TNT to only 42 for that matter. Oftana continues to be one of only four local players to average over 20 points. Number one in three-point baskets made, number one in three-point percentage, 49% of their team's total output comes from Calvin Oftana. And of course, Regé, and that's why he's a good barometer on one of the biggest reasons why TNT was not able to pull through against the Rapper.
Ray Nambata, coach, made his return after suffering an ankle injury that kept him on the sidelines for quite some time. He returned to the tune of 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. What does Ray Nambata give this TNT team?
Well, number one, what he brings to the table, of course, quarterbacking. Master of the two-man game, already a proven winner as well here in the PBA. The part of the future as their lead guard eventually to take over Jason Castro. Those numbers don't do justice to what they can do in terms of value, overall contribution to TNT, and expect the Batak to try and help out TNT bounce back and get an all-important win against Phoenix.
Well, the TNT Tropang GIga are going to try to bounce back after what was a famous upset loss against the Terra Firma Chief. For more on TNT, we turned over to Bel Gregorio. Bel.
After what Coach Todd called the game against Ginebra, where they held them to just 86 points, it was a complete 180-degree turn against the Chief. Coach Shan, quick turn of that loss was the over against Camp. The players were reminded that they can't dwell too much negatives from that game because their laser focus is required for the remaining outings even more this afternoon. Defensive intensity is the number one ask with the goal of holding the field masters to less than 2 points. But as that they know that is definitely easier said than done. They would have to limit not only Donovan, Jason Perkins, the rest of the field masters who are capable of exploding. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. And holding off each other, because I can guarantee you, Coach, that Coach Jamai Karin and Coach Chot Reyes, they have had strong, stern words after their respective losses just a couple days ago.
That's part of trying to motivate of the crew to be able to get back and do what is needed in terms of task, in terms of getting an all-important win.
Let's turn it over to the venue announcer to find out who the starters are here today.
Season Cup. Our first game for today features the Phoenix Fuel Masters versus the TNT Tropang GIga. Let us now meet the starters first for the Phoenix Fuel Masters. Point guard from San Fernando, La Union, number 19, Tyler Tio. Shooting guard from Ilagan, Isabela, number 25, Richie Rivero. Small forward from Lubao, Pampanga, number 2, Sean Manganti. Power forward from Pangasinan, number 3, Jason Perkins. And at center is Fuel Masters import number 17, Donovan Smith. Coaching the Fuel Masters is Jamai Karin. It is now time to meet the starters for the TN Tropang GIga. Point guard from Opon Misamis Oriental, number 6, Ray Nambata. Shooting guard from Seattle Negros Oriental, number 8, Calvin Oftana. Small forward from Talisay City, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pogoy. Power forward is the Tropang GIga's import, number 24, Ronde Hollis Jefferson. And then center from Cebu, number 21, Kelly Williams. Coaching the Tropang GIga is Sean Reyes. Game officials are Peter
The path to recovery for both Phoenix and TNT Tropang GIga goes through each other here today. Take a look at starters for the Phoenix Fuel Masters: Tyler Tio, Richie Rivero, Donovan Smith, Samanganti, and Jason Perkins. for Coach John Mike in. On the other side, the TNT Tropang go with Ray Nambata, Katanotana, Kelly Williams, R. Bogoy, and RHJ Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Once again, welcome to United Center in Antipolo for your PBA Commissioner's Cup. It is the Phoenix Fuel Masters hoping and dreaming of a spot still in the playoff. It is TNT trying to come in today. This tip-off brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Hello, I'm Paulo De Rosario, alongside Coach Ronnie Magsano. Mel Gregorio joining us on the sideline here today. Coach, adjustments for these two teams. I think the biggest in their respective games was the TNT Tropang doing a great job defensive end against Terapir Manat.
Defending the 3-point line, defending the 4-point line, getting the rebounds, but for Phoenix, better guard production, and of course, better effort in terms of rebounding to propel their running game on the other end.
You mentioned the rebounding, coach. They lost that count by 12.
Imagine,
And they had it.
right? That's why I said earlier, the top of the coverage, for aggression, more dominant numbers was demanded of Donovan Smith the last match versus Blackwater.
And the back get that ball. The ball taps taken into Kelly Williams. They go back to Ogoy. Back to Tyler Keogh. The spin, the shot off the glass is good.
One game for one of just two double-digit scorers for TNT throughout the season. Ogoy and Pat, the two leading local score.
Better defense here coming from TNT as RHJ with a steal. Get the basket go at Jason Perkins. It could not collect the rebound.
Ogoy will get score, I believe, in the first three quarters before counting for 9 quarter points for TNT in that blowout loss versus the firm.
Now, you talk about our Bogoy, and you have such high standards for him. The substandard game is 47 from the field, 57% rather from the field. Here's RHJ, putting up 4 3 straight away, gets it to go, gets the buzzer.
Another good start here for TNT, reminiscent of their 7-0 hits of a beginning against the Vermine in the fourth.
It's also a lesson here for the Phoenix Fuel Masters. Shamanandi gets the first field goal, right or triple for Phoenix.
3-point shooting was a big concern for Phoenix, as only were they out-rebounded. They had Blackwater, but also outshot in the 3 ball. 50, or rather, by 15 points by Blackwater.
In the back, pushed from behind the goal line shoot too.
15 points left. The 3-point. Let's even up. Only 7 triple baskets. Phoenix, 4 quarters, for total 48 minutes. Meanwhile, on the fact that he's one of the shorter group, George King, Justin Brown, he's the outshine, the bigger counter.
You know, he's one of the shorter, I guess we can say that here, coach, but then
Stronger,
he's strong. He has the strength for sure to match his athleticism.
and the mobility as well. The game management was about just like Justin Brownlee playing in the PBA for multiple years and winning.
Splitting those free throws. Rain number 3-point lead for TNT. 4 left here in the first quarter. Here's Donovan Smith. A turnover-laden game last time around. 7 turnovers. We'll try that here today. He's trying to be methodical. The deal. Control that pass. Deal. About it. Perkins again. And it'll be 3 seconds in the paint for Donovan Smith. Unable to get out in time.
Looking at Kelly Williams, who only played 4 minutes their game against the Firma. Starting out here today, definitely to try and contain Donovan Smith and in terms of rebounding here for the White Shirts of the team.
It'll be interesting to see just how long he lasts. Because he was actually limited to 4 minutes because they were testing out back spasm. He was
Correct.
not even supposed to be playing that
In and
last
out of the lineup here in this one.
game. Getting them off the jump. Looking a quick shot, not good for off time. The ball falls to Perkins, but then it goes to RHJ instead. Tyler Deal with a bit of a jab. Now to R. Pogoy. Richard Rivera jumping on the shot. Kelly Williams, great ball movement here for TNT, but now a turnover. Here's Rivero. Oh, drops the ball. They go forward again. And topsy-turvy stuff up until the finish.
Turnover points. Also was something that Phoenix would not want to give up this early.
TNT actually won turnover for 6 points against Denver Firma by a big margin, 28-13.
Correct. Forcing a lot of turnovers, but too much shooting for Michael Noy in the best. Confirm Lino for that matter. Sangala well.
Richard Rivera called for another foul here. TNT are off to an early 5-point lead, 8:32 left here in the first quarter. Very much for joining us on Philippines Live and on PBA Rush. It was a pleasure to be here at the venue. Bring this to your homes or wherever you are around the world. Here's Stingray ng Bata. Gets a switch and Perkins in front of him. RHJ can take advantage of that discrepancy between him and Tyler Teo. Here's Tyler. Then around. Fifth. Base of Perkins trying to take a strong inside. Kelly Williams with great defensive presence.
Exactly. Showing us his value. Good protector.
Fogoy. Rich J. Tapping Perkins. And unable to get the finish though. In the space here. They find Tyler Teo. That's a big triple.
Guard production was a big concern for Philippines. Game.
Looks like HJ is shaken up a bit. See if that will affect him in this possession.
You know, that's for about 4 attempts. 2 points. No time at the free throw line.
Fogoy walks into a jumper. Get that ball. RJ looks okay now. Richard Rivera hands it off. Finn goes up. Get the 4.
Secondary offense for the reinforcement.
In the Bata. Corner. Oh, that's a shot. That got off to such a hot start in that first game, coach. In that game a couple days ago, rather, that Firma or at the receiving end of a 7-0 run to open the game. Just how special is Calvin? Is he going to be on the next basis, if not already on the basis of the season? Guys,
He's also an integral part of the Giga's unit. I think it's a chance. The part of the gold medal finish in the Asian Games, record-breaking performance. Winning it since the last 6 years.
Rivera on the attack. Can't get the finish as it rolls off the back rim. Absolutely right, coach. What a moment that was for Philippine basketball.
Exactly.
The gold medal Asian Games. First time in 6 years. To the point, I don't think Coach Ronnie was born the last time he was. Yeah,
Imagine.
very young buck, coach. Here's Richard Rivera now working on HJ.
I wish.
You wish you were born then?
Oh, that I could have seen.
You could have enjoyed it as
Correct.
well. Richie Rivero with the foul on Calvin Oftana on the break. Phoenix have had their chances here, coach, but then just unable to get their shots to fall.
In transition, they're trying to score on these looks. Better defense for TNT in transition. He turned to the flip side by the white shirts, trying to outgun TNT here in the break.
Yeah, well, NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Philippines Live from January 13th to February 16, 2025. Wait for the questions to be screened during breaks. Visit nba.onesport.ph after then you're in.
This year had to be the case, man.
Yeah, so RHJ looks like he got hurt a while ago after undefensive possession. Let's see how long he stays on the bench. I'm sure Arbel Gregorio will get an update on that later on. But around to Jason Perkins. It's almost deja vu here for the Fuel Masters as that short Rivero. No input on the floor, and yet they are being outworked and outrun. Ellie Williams, one of the oldest guys on the floor, running it back.
It is just the number 4 evergreen Kelly Williams who gives TNT its largest lead here in quarter 1. Again, some problems with the transition defense. Donovan's not quick enough to spin down with Kelly Williams. His 2-point basket, an 8-point.
right, you're still watching your PBA. Let's take a look at the numbers here for RR Pogoy. A very underwhelming numbers here for RR. Roger Ray with 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field, and only 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Well, there are a lot of players for TNT that underperformed last time. There's my coach.
Yes.
But RR Pogoy is such a big contributor. When his production dips, the whole team feels it.
Scoring that one. Wait, did that score in the first 3 quarters? But that 4 quarter points, that's 9. A total of 38 points for TNT, by the way, against the Tropang. That 38-18.
Donovan Smith taking it strong inside, getting his own miss, and getting the reverse ball. 14-8 here for TNT.
To do without that support. Get the ball to Donovan Smith. Make him work harder inside and put pressure. Get Kelly Williams in foul trouble.
Kel Williams is probably the biggest guy here for the
In terms of height.
In terms of height, absolutely. As RR Pogo is bearing their bluff into the triple.
Scoreless in the first 3 quarters. Not today for Pogo. He now has 5 first quarter points to give TNT biggest lead. Point at edge.
Number 9 could not answer back for 3 of his own. Nice a good back pick coming from Jesus.
Loss to Blackwater really hurt Phoenix because they were still on course to get 5 wins. The most that they can get should they prevail against TNT's 4.
Is completely there as they go the other way. Sean Mangati. Great passing. The final deal. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Mitchell Rivero scoreless. Bossy. Rivero also scoreless. Big part in that offensive output. So far for Phoenix who were kept under 100. Going back. 3 ball here for TNT, so they are very much ahead in terms of perimeter scoring against Phoenix.
Well, let's take a look at the conference averages here for Theo, 9.7 points per game, 4.1 assists. It feels Coach is starting to improve, slow the game down for himself, and he can only get better from this.
Very talented, extremely smart. Consistency, though, is a big question mark, but sky's the limit when you talk about the potential. Eventually, in the future.
Eventually, Coach, but then let's focus on now. Here is Stingray Nambata. Coming off Tana. Tana, Komuntinas, he'll get it. Tana, Komuntin. Komuntin on the drive, on the move, and that could have been a smooth finish, but he'll go to line for 2.
Excellent execution. Buntin directing what was needed. Eventually, that ball found its way back to Glenn Kubuntin. Second unit scoring. I think the TNT needed against Blackwater. Against the Reform, they were outscored by the off-the-bench players 55 against 24.
The NBA's midseason classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live. And from February 15th, 17th, exclusive on NBA TV, Philippines One Sports, RPTV, and Filipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend. All-Stars are out, celebrating again the All-Stars in the... Hey, but dito sa PBA, we are gearing up to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the league. Very happy that my one of the greatest to ever lace it up dito sa PBA. The top 40 greatest players. We'll see kung sino yung mga madadagdag.
Listahan na yun. 10. The next 10.
And maybe some revision from the current. Here's Kobuti. And around. No dice. It is a 6-point lead still. They're running and gunning now the other way. The spin from the top look of goal line. US Glenn Kobutin is a judge that foul.
The decision to attack the basket. Intercepting for the long ball. They hit the 3 ball earlier. Sequence the Jake William. Basket inside the paint.
It's the first of 2 as the Kings Fuel Masters are within 4. Still no RHJ, and we'll find out why from Bel Gregorio. Bel?
According to PT Dexter Aceron, Ronde was just shocked by the impact of his collision, but he didn't complain of anything in particular. He wasn't even iced when he went out. It was just a quick breather that Ronde needed before heading back to the bench, where we can see him. Hey, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. Now the question is, Coach, how scary will it be if you have a and rested. RHJ coming off the bench for you for TNT.
Definitely a big concern, but they needed to come back as soon as possible because was once a 9-point lead. It's just down to a single point edge.
As soon as RJ Azul got the ball, you had that expectation. He's one of the dead-eye shooters in the league, coach. Perhaps one of the more underrated shooters in the league.
Exactly.
When you talk about the great shooters in this current generation.
Good trigger from the free ball. Likewise, that from the 4-point line.
Could not answer back, Alvin Osana. Pino Rin tried to crash the board. Here's RJ Azul. Miller Diaz. That is going to be an offensive foul. Was a turnover from Calvin. He did get a little jab at that, but the foul came first. Let's take a look at that again. How about sacrificing your body, coach?
So yes, that's what Blanco team is all about.
Sacrificing your body still is a 1-point lead. TNT in charge. We'll be right back to go away. Welcome back. We're still watching your PBA, where the Phoenix Fieldmasters are playing catch-up against the TNT Tropang GIga, 18-17 in favor of TNT. Coach RHJ, his minutes not on the floor. Phoenix had to win it. Phoenix had to outscore TNT. And so far, so good, with RHJ still not back off the bench.
Let's see what gives here for two-time PBA champion. Of course, best import award.
Bogoy, that's a clean look. Bogoy already improving on his performance.
Busy offensively. 7 first quarter points. That's 7 of the first 20 to give his team 3 points.
Another turnover, and yes, there it is. The ball will stay with the red shirt. So not this is a turnover there. But then Phoenix have had a problem with ball security, coach, throughout the conference, to be quite fair. So take a look at this again. Our Bogoy turnaround J.
Turnover count 14 per contest.
Simon Smith. Oh, that was a pinpoint pass. Laddie Muya keeps it alive. Jumps up. Gets the foul. Oh, but will be an offensive foul instead. Will coach Jamaica didn't challenge this? As Laddie Muya is confused. Donovan Smith will be hit with the foul, not Laddie Muya.
So that call was made off the ball.
Here's Jason Castro now. RR Fogo using Pico Poyera. Boy. Takes shot himself. And can that go? Oh, the effort from RR Fogo.
Exactly. Match up against a smaller defender. Very smart. Getting to the offensive glass. Now we'll go to the line, try and lift TNT to a bigger edge. Up 9 earlier, down to 1. 2 possessions ago, up to 3 in his last conversion.
You know what they say, coach? Rebounding is an effort stat.
True.
And RR Pogoy just showed it there. Unfortunately, free throws are not an effort stat.
And they were out rebounded by Terraferma 44-38.
Yeah.
Free throws, they missed 11. Against Terraferma, 24 of 35, though had 14 more free throws against Terraferma.
Get the second one to fall.
With a total of 10. Already in double figures, something that we did not see in their loss against Terraferma. And of the 21 points coming from Pogoy within the first.
But Smith is way inside. That's more like it. There is not a lot of people here in the league that can take the weight of Donovan Smith and the run.
That's why he has to be more aggressive getting that ball inside. And although he is among the best three-point shooters among all reinforcements, it will really help the boss of Phoenix to get to the paint more. Likewise, visit the free throw line more times. For what is 4-point percentage? 16 to 51 from the three ball.
Well, I'm going to check this out here, Coach. 21-19. It says a head coach challenge with 1 minute left here in quarter number one. We see whether or not there really was. This came for the split two Phoenix defenders that gives Coach Jamaica in here. So it's a bit of an up and down conference so far. Well, in general, here for the Phoenix Skillmasters, it feels like they have all the young pieces, but they are unable to put up 4 consistent quarters on a nightly basis.
That has been a big question mark for them. Although, as you mentioned earlier, there was one stretch that they looked really good.
Yeah.
Winning 2 straight games, establishing their first winning streak, then losing Magnolia by 6, and likewise to NX by 4. Then eventually led to a 3-game losing streak. As Water dealt them with 92 beating without reinforcement.
They also have had a history of hold on to leads by almost double digits in fourth quarters. We've seen that all throughout. It is a successful challenge here from Coach Jamaica Hare.
But remember, it was also Phoenix who dealt North its first loss, and likewise stopped one of the longest winning runs in the conference. Wanna play no shine.
Here's Copuntin. Apoy around. Jason Castro at Naki Maureen has it. Castro eventually gets the ball here. Gets a pick here. He pulls up for 3. That's good.
One of the best continues to be among the best guards right now in the PBA.
He's fearless. He's fearless. He's Jason Castro.
No less.
No less. Tough in. Bring that around. Almost a turnover there. Oops. Pogoy avoiding all the people.
But again, another effort play coming from Ara Pogoy, not just defensively, working extremely hard on the defensive side.
But you can't question his effort, Coach. Andre Azul against Jason Castro. Azul. Little pouring off the glass. He says he can only shoot beyond the arc.
In the defense of Jason Castro, putting in his 5 points off the bench, helping out Phoenix to raise what was once a 9-point deficit, behind by 3, 8 here in the first.
Jason Castro holding on to this one, eager to take what could be the last shot. So, surveying the field, Copenhagen comes up here to offer shadow pick. The shot, able to get that to fall. That'll do it for quarter number one. TNT in charge by 3, 24-21. But Phoenix showing signs of life. RHJ getting a big bump earlier on in the game, has yet to return despite reports that he is okay and could be able to come back. Score is 24-21 for the TNT Tropang GIga. Let's see whether or not the Phoenix Fieldmasters can kick it up a notch in quarter number 2. You're watching your PBA. Don't go away. Let's take a look at TNT Tropang GIga's Jason Castro. He had 11 points, 4 of 6 from the field against the Terra Firma Jeep. Go with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Unfortunately, his contributions unable to help them. Let's take a look at this. A big triple from Jason Castro early on. Just a reminder that he is still one of the most lethal point guards in this league.
especially in winning time. The basketball in his hands, make him the right, give him the chance to make the right decision, and allow him to play like Jason Castro with the game on the line.
Here is our goal boy. They Hollis Jefferson now.
He's back.
He's back. You're wondering when he'd be back. Now he's fresh. Now he's on the attack. There's Aurin in the corner, and Aurin drains it.
Bogoy hit one earlier from deep right. Open up the second quarter. Odin comes out. Second unit scoring to push TNT 6 points ahead.
Salado. That away for three. That's a quick release. No good. Kim Aurin with the rebound. TNT. They feel reinvigorated here with RSJ on the floor. Here's Kim Aurin on the attack, and that is a basket interference from Poyera.
Basketball still has a chance to chicken in.
Let's take a look at that again, Coach.
Even 5 straight points for Kim Aurin, but the interference slap against Poyera.
Salado up top. Going strong inside. The jumper, quick jumper there from Smith. And up with the defensive contribution. Here's our Bogoy. Then Toppin right in front of him. Jason Castro. As if it get with Salado right in front of him.
No relief judge so far for Bogoy, correct?
So far, Coach. RHJ.
Oh,
Able to get the feed there. RJ Azul showing everyone that he can still run. Gives it up instead. That's a tough finish.
the decision for RJ Rasul to wait for a trailing teammate. Tapin, who accounted for 5 points against Blackwater, that's in his first 2 points.
Doug Gregorio has scored for us, Bell.
Over at Phoenix's most recent huddle, Coach Jamai brought his players' attention to Jason Castro, noting how he should be their point of attack because he is the one making things happen for TNT. Coach Jamai also urged his players to keep communicating with each other on the floor, blocking out their man for the rebound so they could run because he wants to play at a faster pace. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio, Coach. Using Jason Castro as a point of attack, always going to be a bit dangerous because we know he's seen it all. Ara Garcia coming in here for Salado.
So, very able defender. Likewise, in terms of team defense, TNT is one of the best in terms of defensive schemes, in terms of defensive execution.
And going inside, able to get the finish, and that is going to go the other way as Jason Perkins can collect the rebound.
Williams, maybe some back problems, continues to play tough defense against Donovan Smith, who was not really loaded offensively against TNT.
Here's Kelly Williams on the move here. Our Bogoy made the cut, but well covered. He's a Castro. The blur going strong. Boy, what a move from Jason Castro.
He is not a point of attack defensively. He is the main point of attack offensively, turning the tables, scoring at least 5 points for TNT here in this match for another 6-point lead.
It's our Garcia. Garcia show off his speed as well. That time Kelly Williams with the interception. Tough in against Audin. Oh,
Wow.
what a pass from Audin. But not as accurate. Look flashy.
Could have been spectacular,
Oh, yeah.
but it will not result into 2 points. The
Okay.
challenge coming from Tapin.
Jason Castro may have been too quick. He got to the ball faster than the ball got hit. Here's RJ Azul. Carving his way inside again, but still, he's had a tough day finishing at the rim, Coach.
Especially against a single coverage.
So far, they've been letting him have that single coverage, just haven't been able to finish. Showing a double here. Our Bogoy off the dribble.
Would have been fouled.
Referee not agreeing. Fine inside the pass, just a bit too deep. And the block there, good defensive stop. Coach Chotres was disappointed with the defense last time around against Terra Firma. It has changed here in the second quarter for sure. As Kelly Williams with a big triple.
That was the problem for Donovan Smith against Ponferrada, against Justin Chua. The last game closing out against good 3-point shooters, and Kelly Williams has proven through the years But he is a very good sniper from the other.
Oh, yes, he is, coach.
Once upon a time, a PBA MVP, remember? When he
Yes.
used to be, what the initial moniker?
The machine gun.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Man sniper.
Shooter pa rin.
Shooter pa rin. But that time, unfortunately, Phoenix forced into a 24-second shot clock violation. It hasn't been their quarter, coach. I think it's safe to say.
It's 8-2 so far in the quarter. You know, the ones who energized or re-energized Phoenix earlier when they came in were Azul and Tarimuya. But now I believe that with the re-entry of RJ Donovan Smith has to be more assertive, gets his equal numbers because at the end of the first 12 minutes, Smith only scored 4 points on 5 attempts.
RHJ, one-on-one against Jason Perkins. Smith with a bit of help. Jason Perkins. Can Phoenix end their drought here? It is an 8-2 quarter in favor of TNT. Perkins scoring high off the glass. Needs a bit more of that.
That is being assertive. Like the cross match, and took it strong to the basket, went to his strong side, and scored the second basket of the quarter. The fuel master.
Here's Kelly Williams. Knocked off Dana. RJ is not happy with the non-call here. Ball is loose. Bodies on the floor. And ends up with Stingray Nambata with the shot.
Excellent shot clock management by Nambata. Good understanding of the fact that shot clock was winding down.
34-25. Good find inside for Perk. Eventually, guy below guy with the follow. Such an intriguing player, Balogay. He has the athleticism. And there's a lot more to be polished in his game, coach, but you can see where he can go.
That is something that you can achieve. That's a gift. Nice opportunity here, and that lift coming from Kelly Williams.
Take a look at this again,
Good
coach.
execution on that big-to-big passing, and then Malunggay made off the ball, made that play happen. Third field goal of the quarter, cuts the lead of TNT to 7.
Garcia. Jason Perkins. All around the type of the guy. Find that entry pass, gives it to Smith, and Smith attacking before the double team comes. And that time, that's a much better finish.
Single coverage, but this time not attacking away from the basket, but finishing towards the basket. That's the lead.
It feels like he's hurrying up his matchups, coach. Not allowing any double team to come. Wow, that's a great move inside. Coming off that. Sometimes he can play bigger than his actual size, coach.
So used to playing the 4 spot like JV Mokan in college, and that's why the versatility and being a special player is what constitutes a national player like
Time he felt the double coming, spun away from the basket, got the contact.
and it makes it look so easy.
Take a look at that again. This best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. You know, he has the size of a Filipino forward. An international wing.
Yes, and the quickness of a guard.
And he is just amazing to watch. Going in for contact there. 36-29, 5:38 left. We'll be right back.
You're still tuned in to PBA Rush and the Filipinas Live. If you happen to cross paths with Donovan Smith, don't hesitate to greet him in Filipino because he has a few Filipino and even Bisaya words in his bag. He has been enjoying his time here so much that he would talk to locals in Filipino when he's out and would catch them off guard. With one he's had here, he said it's pretty hard to pick what his fondest memory is. But when asked about how being in Phoenix has honed him as a player, it was here that he had to do the most on both ends, but he was able to adjust pretty quickly. That's why he's also filled with gratitude with the growth he's playing in the Philippines. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. Coach, there are always a reinforcement to really take to the culture, who come here and realize that they are not just playing, that they are slowly becoming more Filipino as time goes
And
by.
that's why some of the reinforcements have become resident imports.
No, even from way back in the day, you have Ray Parks, Coach Norman Clark, Justin Brownlee, now, who is
Justin Brownlee, right?
literally a Filipino. You know, it's just the culture. Everyone, a lot of people love their time.
Most probably, RSJ will be a resident import for TNT.
Oh, he is
in the
already.
years to come.
Yeah, he practically is right now. Stingray Nambata, he's a great job here, going strong inside once again. 38-30 count. Jason Perkins and that around. Something. Their turnover. Phoenix just having a good time getting their passes in. Their entry passes have been a bit suspect all game, coach. Stingray Nambata can't get the three there. Wow. Missing out on the rebound. Galinapa taking it.
This was the way TNT started. Multiple possessions, single sequence, and that hurt Phoenix early goings of quarter one.
Galinato. That can't stop it. Could get the block. Galinato will take it.
Two-way play for Galinato. First, denial on Smith. And then an offensive rebound leading to that basket for a 10-point lead.
Double-digit lead. You mentioned Coach Jason Perkins trying to Galinato from the double here. And moving on to Malugay. Garcia looking for four. Can't get it.
19 against 9 first of quarter scoring in favor of TNT.
All the time in the world for that three, and cue the timeout as TNT have erected a 13-point lead against the Phoenix Fuel Masters with 4:09 left to go here in the second. It has been an offensive explosion here for TNT Tropang, and it's courtesy of looks like this. Competent with all the time in the world, getting a big triple to force the time. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's take a look at the TNT Tropang GIga and what of aberration that game was against the Terra Firma Jeep. Coach, they normally allow less than 100 points per game, but against Terra Firma, they allowed 117. That is a whopping number, a whopping difference. Defense was the biggest culprit, and it feels like that was the priority in terms of things to address for this game, Coach.
That was the biggest reason why they are the title holders in the previous conference. But Mark Nonoy just played a special game, really. Not just him. Nino, for that matters, Angalang as well.
Everyone did. Venecio had one.
Venecio also, and even Ferrer, for that matter, exploded from the three-point line. That's what's really too tough to overcome, even for a very good sound defensive team.
Demar Carino had 10 points in the third quarter alone.
And the shots that they take were sometimes off balance, but they still made it.
Yeah, it's just one of those days.
Imagine Mark Nonoy hitting a buzzer beater of a three-pointer in the third. And to open up the fourth, it's another 4-point basket. For 8 straight points in 2 possessions.
Well, we got a wedgie, ladies and gentlemen. So cue the jump ball. Take a look at that again. Noctana. Just wedging that.
Better defense for Perkins is allowing Octana to a possible driving lane.
Well, Coach John Reyes, I can guarantee you he'll be happier than what he was yesterday.
I saw him yesterday, had the chance to see Coach Chuck yesterday on one of the malls.
It's RHJ. I won't ask you what small that was, Coach, but Garinato was strong inside.
4 points off the bench, but more than that, the toughness on defense that he provides. Help out Kelly Williams contain Donovan Smith.
Another turnover,
Again.
Smith. We'll get the turnover count later on, but then after that is a foul from Nambata. Anti was able to corral that ball in Nambata with an intentional contact.
The score stood at 36-29 earlier. Since that time, 9-1 run generated by TNT. Why? Not just to their scoring, but tough defensive effort. Carinato, AJ, go ahead.
You take a look at the turnovers here. Of
Is it mounting already?
he already has 3 turnovers, and that's normally his average, Coach.
They had 6 in the first 12 minutes. Talking about Phoenix.
Theo Tyler triggers a triple, unable to get that to go, just too strong. Opus team terminates a Garinato, but finds Perkins instead. And Arimuya able to get it. Tyler Theo running, gunning. They're looking for that open shot. Can't find it. That's the transition D on point here for TNT.
Better sprint down the rest.
Oh, yeah. Perkins tries a triple. Gets that to go.
Has been the most accurate, has been the most productive. Why he is the anchor of this team from before up to present.
Now, though, that's only his 5th point today.
All here in quarter 2.
He is 2 of 6 from the field at the moment. Calvin Ostana, you don't leave him open. And that time, no one boxed out.
So Donovan is sleeping inside. It's the turn of RSJ. Work harder on the interior after sitting out a lot of minutes the initial quarter.
Yeah. Oh, and taken away. The foul against TNT.
Jefferson and Calvin count 49 to 50 points of the 96-point output of TNT. Game in and game out. Heavy impact of these two players have been throughout this.
Shot clock here at 14 seconds as the TNT Tropang GIga continues to lay down the half. Phoenix trying to look for a measure of scoring here before the halftime break. Here's Tyler Deal. Tyler. Side, the push shot, no good. There is a lack of offensive consistency from this Phoenix team, Coach. They're getting good looks. They are getting near the basket, but the shots are just not falling for them. And on the other end, they're just doing a better job rebounding. This is the 3rd opportunity, and falls to RR Joy. Can they get a 4th chance? Yes, they can. Here they go yet again. Garinato asking for it underneath. RJ open. RJ with a slam.
Offensive rebounds, second chance scoring.
That's 4 opportunities,
Right.
Coach. So 4 opportunities.
How many sequences have we seen of that nature throughout this first half?
And now they're having such a hard time ending possessions as Tyler Dio felt like he got bumped on the back, but he gets 2.
Again, the guard production is something that has to be better for Phoenix from start to finish.
Can they get a stop here? How about the Phoenix Fuelmaster? Can they end the possession with after 1 shot? Go to Arapogoy. Now RHJ. He'll try a triple. That time can't get the shooter's bounce. And this time Perkins is able to get the box out.
Rebounding effort, something needed desperately here for Phoenix.
4 seconds difference in the shot at game clock, Coach. Their deal. That's a foul to give. Take a look at this again.
No team foul for Phoenix up to this point of the second quarter, by the way.
No team fouls for them, but at the same time, their scoring has run dry. 49, 35, 17 seconds on the shot on the game clock here before the halftime break. Coach, you take a look at what Phoenix has not done here. Why are TNT clamping down on them the way that they are to prevent them from scoring?
So number one, Donovan Smith has not been able to provide the consistent numbers to force TNT to help out more. And without TNT helping out more, that does not leave the shooters open Thereby, the perimeter scoring has been down. For two, they have been out rebounded. For three, they have had more turnovers than TNT. Nine total already. 10. It's in the first, 14 quarter two. Those are lost possessions to try and inch closer. What was once a 16-point deficit.
Interesting though, coach, is that as you say, RHJ already with 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. TNT have gotten a lot of steals, but then they have only converted 7 points.
But the fact remains that the possession count, it really matters a lot. Then the frustration factor will set in.
But what's interesting here, coach, the second chance point needed by Phoenix. 14.
That's a lot.
14 already.
And RSJ was not there for a lot of minutes, remember.
10 rebounds, offensive rebounds rather, and 14 second chance.
Those are already endgame numbers, by the way.
Oh, and another turnover. A chance for TNT to get the last bite. And that's going to be the first foul of the half here, or rather, the second quarter for Phoenix.
Such a good individual defender is Jefferson. Very tough to isolate against him, even for a very good offensive player, Jason for him.
How frustrating is that, coach? They came off a 30-second timeout, and they end up turning over the ball before even getting a shot off.
The frustration stems from the fact that they lost against an ultimate team. The Blackwater and even RSJ correcting, trying to be the defense better.
But waving off here, he wants to get home working and finding Galinato. It's so perfect.
Well, first he forced Donovan Smith to defend the high ball scheme. As he rejected it, he allowed Galinato to play below the ball scheme defender, and that was the trigger to deliver the forward pass or the lead pass. Reinforcements is the best in terms of passing. One of the top rebounders.
One of the top contenders for best
Again,
import.
again.
Yeah. Of course, it'll also depend on how far TNT can actually get. And you have to wonder, does that last game show frailties in the TNT armor? Oh, the big slip there for Calvin Time to give it up. RHJ fouled. As Thompson Dana is still well, that was a hard ball. We heard it a while ago. It was a big slip. So he's having he's taking his time getting up here. Actually, you can see his right leg is already ripped. The compression here. Take a look at that again. He's gonna have that hard slip here as he tries to make the turn.
Oh.
There.
Hard slip and a hard fall.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be hoping he's okay. Take that off. RHJ wants the shot and get it to fall. And that'll do it for the first half, 49-35 in favor of the TNT Tropang GIga against the Phoenix Fuelmasters. Let's take a look at the three-point shooting here for the TNT Tropang GIga, who have been on point for the most part here, shooting at the high 40s, going up strong after what was a dismal three-point shooting night against the Terra Firma G. They only shot 30% in that game against Terra Firma. But here, so far, so you take a look at their three-point shooting, they are shooting a red hot 44%. Or rather, they are shooting a red hot 43.8%. Don't go away. Banquero to the cup. Banquero goes on the run. Finds an open. Nice ball break. Got it. Oh, this Banquero. Give it for now. Banquero strung together 14. Boom! Banquero got a break. Getting the start. Poste al provided by Mark Baroka. Also an open look. Malayong press. Pangalawa ng laro para kay Peter Alfaro. Alfaro, mainit pa ba? Mainit pa rin. Double-digit scoring na para kay Peter Alfaro. Heating up from the outside. It's perfect from the susunod na sila. Kung mainit ang shooting mula sa labas. Spin, sabay reverse. Understood ko na. Around the player who can get this team drop back. Will they count it? They will.
Kaya ganadong-ganado maglaro.
Speaking of ganito, kita mo naman yung pektos ni Pringle doon. Kita mo naman yung kilos nito, Coach Archie.
Pinapekto siya. Ang ganda na. So,
Rebound Torres. Time for a heat. Cyrus puts it up. Perfectly. To end this third frame. Getting this one out. Falling to Wally up top. Finish by Jeanette. Ooh, Voodoo getting up there. And if you not don't stop up, kiss the rip. Look at Newton. Deal. We're going. Wow. He just put him on his profile. able to kung hirap kung hindi siya na that knew that 100 to 90 win over the team. It's PBA version. Champ for wins. Oh, King. Siguraduhin niyo na kayo. Kasi, King eh. Celebrate. Hindi kompleto yung tumutulong sa local fan. Three, that's all. Not in there. Watkins will enjoy it. First. Against himself. Well, check it out. Well, of course, pwede. So, two. To wake up. So, for this points, timing gives it the ball. Oh, what the from the field is the contribution of that player there. They weren't able to take the momentum, rebound. It was just complete control. the Honda Season 49 PBA Commissioner Cup as Skillmasters continue to trail the TNT Tropang GIga after 39-35 here at the Polo. Paolo Tarzano alongside Coach Ronnie Cano, Bel Gregorio on the sidelines for us here today as the TNT Tropang GIga have taken charge here, especially after a whopping defensive performance in quarter number 2 in this game so far. The 25-14 second quarter was the biggest issue here as the Phoenix Fuel Managers have struggled to put consecutive points together in this contest so far. Coach Ronnie, you take a look at the numbers here and the performance from certain Ronnie Hollis Jefferson. He is doing it all on the floor and has been a tough player to stop here today.
Definitely tough, even after getting hurt earlier in the first quarter. And he did not have to score in the 41-point level to be able to dominate the game. Rebounding, defending, getting his local teammates involved, that's exactly what counts. The balance between him and the rest of the locals.
That's brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. 3-point shooting on point here for the TNT. Throw up a Giga with 7 made here already. But look at the offensive rebounds in second half.
And that's a lot. Plus 7 in offensive rebounds, extra possession counts, plus 10 in second chance scoring, and even an 11-point edge in perimeter scoring. That's the reason why, after being ahead by only 3 points in the first 12 minutes, on top by 14 heading into quarter 3.
Very balanced scoring here with TNT Tropang GIga. No player in double-digit scoring yet, but everyone has been pitching in to this lead here so far. On the other end, Donovan Smith, despite having his right, he was the only import on the floor and able to crack double digits as of yet, and no other local has really stepped up after scoring with 7 points. Get versus back each as well as RJ Azul, who will step up here for being Master. And of course, on the other end, how will the TNT Tropang GIga continue to lay the hammer down at this struggling Phoenix Masters team? Third quarter jumps right up. Thank you very much for joining us here on Philippines Live and on PBA Rush. Take you to this offensive possession here for the TNT Tropang GIga. RHJ. Nambata going inside. A push shot, no good. Falls to RJ Azul.
Look at the contrast against the Reforma. The Reforma had 61 points after the first 24 minutes. Here against Phoenix, only 35 for Phoenix the first 24 minutes.
Perkins unable to get that ball. Boy with the bump.
Better defensive effort on the part of Tyler Teo. Republic scored 9 first quarter points earlier for TNT to open up that early siege against Phoenix.
What do you tell your players, Coach, especially after what was a bit of a disheartening first half, second quarter in particular? There was barely anything that they could do to really get going offensively.
Play harder, defend better, exert more effort.
So basic, Coach, but then sometimes that's all you need.
Can't overthink. Doesn't require rocket scientists really to point out what they need to do. But Kelly Williams definitely a game changer, both on offense and on defense.
He is a game changer, Coach Kelly Williams. Let's take a look at this again.
Again, the problem with the closeout. Earlier, Kelly Williams burned with the free ball. Kelly Williams with an excellent closeout counter to score 5 points against the defense. Donovan Smith. That's 6.
You know, you take a look at the imagine, and he actually retired. He actually retired from
I think once or twice, not just once.
And he came back because of his relationship with Coach Correa. And boy, since coming back, he's already won a couple of extra championships under his belt.
For Coach Correa, that's right.
It's an incredible story, and he looks young as ever, and that would have hurt because he's a machine gun.
So it's mutually beneficial for both parties.
And he gets the N1 opportunity as Aftana took him out.
I think the Phoenix gets a break after that first turnover. Created by Kelly Williams. Easiest basket, perhaps, of the contest for them. It's nice. By Azul for Sean.
Bonus free throw here for Sean. They're still struggling to find his offense. This turn.
We've been talking about TNT wanting to elevate their defense, and at the half, Coach Sandy shared that TNT was applauded for how they played defense, evident in how they limited Donovan Smith to just 7 points and forced 11 turnovers from the Field Masters. And you're absolutely right, Coach Ronnie. Effort was what was pointed out on the side. Coach really kept it simple. They just really want to not to get over.
Want to see more effort, want to see even a better defense than what they just saw right there, Coach.
Exactly. As Pogoy once again starts out the quarter strongly. Another basket for our Pogoy pushes his scoring output to 10 already to lead all white shirts.
Working, so they get going there. You're seeing much better effort there from Smith.
Has to play harder and better to inspire the rest of his local teammates as well. So they retain to only single digit output for 24 minutes.
Bogoy, Bridge J, working. There's will be counted in the bottom. Here's Tyler Dio with the steal and the finish. Tyler Dio has had a fantastic game here so far. A silver lining in this performance.
Good recovery. 2 points. No field goal converted. Their loss against Blackwater. Total of 9 points out of 10 happening the first 2 quarters, which should be 2 possessions. Of course, 5 turnover points for the Phoenix.
Three, able to get that ball here, so Smith with the rebound. Yeah, he's playing with a different one, Coach Tyler.
Anytime you have a subpar game, you want to bounce back strongly and help out your team's cause.
Here's the other issue, Coach. We started again. Talked about it a while ago. There is an issue with the MP for the Phoenix Masters.
That's attributed also to the way TNT has defended the post.
Exactly. You take a look.
Trying to play defense without the basketball inside the post already. Make it more difficult for the passer or make it doubly difficult for the receiver.
Rich J being hounded by Jason Perkins.
Been able to cross it.
Close, actually. Boy in the corner. The pass there just off the
Overs hurt them big time. Last loss, the had 7 of his team's 13 or 14 turnovers.
and Olive Jefferson.
Wow. He had 4 turnovers in the first 2 quarters. Now a total of 5.
Come out in. You get the switch here,
Right?
like Jay. Take on. He's trying to lead him straight into Donovan Smith, and Smith will get the foul. He says all ball, but not won't get it.
Was right there. The second line of defense, but that opted to reach in. Winning customer. Goes to the line once more.
Forces so much. Seeing so much in the free throw line. Enjoy the little poke every time at the free throw routine.
That's automatic.
Did you have a routine?
No, just rested. A lot.
On the free throw line?
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. There's that little shimmy again. Mamba Light. 50 Mamba. Giving him.
Rock star when I saw him in the Asian Games. Yeah. The best all of that.
The people basketball goes up, Coach. A lot of people were really happy with the way that he performed and just wanted to be around him. His rules in that Garcia,
Oh, yes.
drains a triple. I did mention a while ago, Coach, he has been a bright spot.
True. And apparently has already reached his scoring average. It's over 9 points per game. Now with 10. East.
Kimaury. Kelly Williams. Not shown here, but the crafty move from Reynam Bata. Here comes Perkins with a big pick. The rule trying to put it on the bottom of his hip, and Al Jefferson with a kickball. He's insisted hit his thigh.
A turnover points, a 3-point basket by Theo. Just like that, they have outscored TNT. Theo wide open.
Tyler Steele. And right forward, he has played with a different type of picker here in the third quarter. Great find to Perkins in the corner. Perkins couldn't drain it though. At the moment, Tyler Theo needs a bit of help offensively from
Exactly.
anyone on the
Guard scoring, perimeter contribution, something that they need badly.
Nambata, oh, that hurts.
Big dribble coming from Nambata, simply because it adds 3 points to their 12-point lead earlier, and likewise puts pressure on the defense for Phoenix to once again stretch out to defend that long.
Jesus, oh, what a fight to Perkins. And Perkins loses the handle, dives for it. Can they keep it alive? Barely does. And Jesus pulls up, no dice.
That's good defensive sequence for TNT once more.
The effort definitely is here for Phoenix, but then they're now lacking the quality as Kelly Williams steps through, pushes in, and RJ can get it ball. Another opportunity. How many chances can TNT get? Eventually ends. Tyler Dio taking on Aurin. Tyler Dio trying to grab Phoenix back from the dead.
Carrying the red shirts on his shoulders, 2 against 3, not a problem. Well, in the game for Tio, after only 2 points against Blackwater.
Ray Nambata. In fact, Azul. Kelly Williams left open for 3. The time the machine gun tried to snipe it down. RJ Azul. Donovan Smith. 5 advantage. King Azul in the corner. He takes it, can't make it.
Good close out by Nambata.
Here's Aurin. Aurin against Tio. Oh, and he makes it anyway.
I saw that countless times that he used to play for Barangay Ginebra in the PBA 3x3.
I was going to say, this was the type of contact that he expects in the 3-3 seed and is able to finish there despite all the duress. Kim out in, free throws when we return. 5:34 left here in quarter number 3. TNT up big, 61-46. We'll be right back. Take a look at Tyler Tio. First 10 games, he averaged around 10.5 points per game, and then he had a dud against the Blackwater Bossing at the worst possible time, going 0 of 7 from the field there. And he is having a bit of a redemption arc here, at least from a personal level, already at 14 points in this game and shooting 71% from the field, including 66% from beyond the arc.
And he has scored the most here for Phoenix in the quarter. At times, has really helped out Phoenix to cut into a large double-digit deficit. But
Actually, Coach, he is leading the entire game here, scoring more than RHJ, more than our point.
so game best 14 points.
Yes.
But what about the reinforcement Donovan Smith?
Donovan Smith here, Coach, not doing well as some people might have expected. But 9 points for him, as Donovan Smith has 4 of 12 shooting. As RJ Azul can't get it, and here the ball will stay with Phoenix. They'll have a third opportunity. Something coming in for Sean Manganti.
Every time Phoenix tries to inch closer, TNT so far has found an answer. Earlier it was Pogoy, and then it was Kim Aurin.
Here from Tyler Dio up top. He has been the guy here for Phoenix. That time missing from close range. And here comes Aurin going, running, gunning, and scoring.
Very deceiving when you see the way he's built, but extremely quick, crafty, and productive. Total of 5 straight points for Kim Aurin.
Now, I know a couple of Barangay Ginebra fans that wish Kim Aurin stayed in the goal for Barangay Ginebra. That's how talented
Like
he
Ralph
turns out for TNT.
Like Ralph Fu.
Like Ralph Fu, absolutely. They had a talented group in the 3x3.
Because of the way Coach Kurt Collier also trained them. 8 points off the bench. By the way, for Kim Aurin.
Time out on the floor here. TNT still in charge, 64-46. As Coach Jamaica entries for time. We'll be right back. Go away.
I guess a lot of it has to do with conditioning, timing. Yung last conference, parang I was still getting my wind back. But I'm thankful that I'm finally back 100% healthy, and just feels good to be out there, not worrying about injuries, not worrying about whether or not I'm 100% physically, and just play my game. So thankful to God for good health, and hopefully uh, continued good health for the rest of my career if possible.
Of course, Tyler Theo there talking about his recovery from injury, and I'm sure you know, Coach, as many professional athletes do know, that it is really all about the health, the type of the mental aspect of it as well when recovering from injury. That's hard to recover from. Donovan Smith finally gets two to go.
That's why you have to marvel at players such as Dante Gonzalvo, Alvin Patrimonio, and A. Tenorio for that matter.
Yeah.
For being able to sustain without getting hurt. Many years of longevity.
For me, I look back at Kevin Alas, a very recent example here with his multiple ACL injuries, able to come back strong.
Which is tough to overcome.
Very tough.
One is tough. Two is tough. Or how many does he suffer so far?
It's practically 18 months out of your, rather 27 months out of your career.
At least.
Yeah, because of the 9 months per ACL that you
need to do. Like what happened to Villegas of Rain or Shine.
Yeah. Ay, Balungay, ooh, that was off the mark there as TNT are off and running again. Jason throw this one down. Measuring Tyler Theo, showing a double here. RHJ against Tuffin. Bring that around. Jason Castro, the extra pass. Boy, Aram now. Aram it off to Jason Castro. Castro.
We get a reset. Imagine defending for 18 seconds, and then that play happens. You have to defend again. Another set of fresh 14.
Jason Castro. I'm going to assume that that was a mistake and not an intentional pass to the foot.
True.
To try and extend the shot clock a bit.
But you like the patience of TNT.
Yes,
looking for the best available shot.
Great shade. Hit down, going strong inside.
How many Bears that kind of ability? Really?
In the PBA, not a lot. As RHJ upset with the non-call on the other end.
Through the last 49 years, there have been many players that came from the NBA. Big names, big stars. But this is a real NBA talent. Unbelievable. It happened right here. Giving proof.
Here's Balungay. The corner. Get that to go. Followed up by Smith. And again, not the most efficient day for Donovan Smith.
Not over 10 points yet.
Not. He is already. He's
already
11.
10?
He's at 11 points.
Not enough though.
He is shooting a unfortunate 5 of 14. Rather 5 of 15.
Last game that they played, 12, 12, 3, and 5.
The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines, 1/4 of Filipinos Live from January 13th to February 16, 2025. And wait for the questions to be flashed on screen during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph after to send your answers.
Was Jamaica will opt to go Filipino?
Forward pass here as Balungay tries to go quick. So many white shirts into the block from Poyera. Phoenix trying to keep it alive, and that will be a stepping violation against Kai Balungay.
The TNT has only surrendered over 100 points. Just 3 times. And in those 3 times, rather 4 times. And in those 3 of the 4 times were the times that they lost. They gave up a season high or conference high 117 against Terra as reported by Mel earlier. It won't happen again for the second straight match.
Here's Jason Castro. Then around. Maureen. Friday. Castro. RHJ. Pulls up for 3. Gets it to go as the shot clock was about to expire.
Not exactly the 41-point output that they had in their last match, but definitely impactful points.
Sometimes it's not about how much you score, but when you
It's
score.
not the quantity. That is the quality.
Yes.
And the Lucas have also done their share, especially the players off the bench.
Uyama Get the 3 to go. Wow. Really nothing falling no matter what range here for Phoenix. Here's RHJ by Jason Castro. Castro. That will be a foul as Alari Muyang apologizes immediately. It looks like he caught Jason Castro on the head. Non-intentional from Larry Muyang, especially based on the reaction.
Immediately apologized to Jason Castro. Probably thought that Jason was going to go for the shot. This one. That Jason opted to go under.
They're hitting in the top of the head.
That stings though.
Yep. And a little hug there just to confirm that it was not intentional, as that there'll be a flagrant foul penalty 1 on Larry Muyang. You know, that's a heavy hand, Coach. You're absolutely
yes,
right.
yes.
That would hurt. Would you remember who would have some of the heavier fouls on you personally? Pwede mong sabihin or?
Yun na lang ang sagot ko. Ulitin ko yung tawag.
1:37 left here in the third quarter.
Kaya isa lang ang ibig sabihin yan.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Umreno ka naman. Pwede mo namang ipas. But Jason is a different competitor.
Oh, yes. 100%. See Larry Muyang there. Having to sit out the junior flagrant foul penalty 1. It is a cost of a free throw, though.
When you get to keep on attacking the basket, you have to be ready for fun activity. Part of the territory.
Part of the job.
Yes.
Here's Jason Castro. Oh, that is good from Calvin. Such a hot shot from beyond the arc.
Definitely one of the top 3-point shooters, and that's the reason why Phoenix started so well here in the third. Only to fall behind by this big. Down by 28. After the lead was cut to about 10 or 11 through exploits of Tyler Teo.
That time Galinato not falling for the Pinoy step. Barangay finds Richie Rivero. Rivero takes a slip here. Asafa Ular can finish. And that will be free throws here for Cam Tuppin.
Richie also has not scored in the last 2 games. Close to 8 points per game. Very productive at times, but has had fruitless results in terms of taking shots and making shots. The last 2 games.
The NBA's mid-season classic is here. Watch it 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live. And from February 15th, 17th, exclusive on NBA TV Philippines 1 Sports, RPTV, and Filipinos Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend. Of course, with that, I just have to bring up again that it is the 50th season coming up for the PBA very soon on April 9th. April 9th? Where were you 50 years ago? Is my question to a lot of people. Wala pa ako nun, Coach.
That was your first reaction again. To state a matter.
Oh, that's it.
Factual is always essential.
Yes. We're here to just report the facts. Coach. As Kalinato was strong inside.
That's a different show, my friend. That's plugging.
That is true. That is true. Oh, and here's our Goy, and that time, a foul on Richie Rivera on the shot on RR.
With TNT coming up with their regular DNA, the defensive tenacity, it's difficult for Phoenix really to match, given quite low in terms of confidence today, not much energy coming up. But you know how good this team can be.
Yeah.
Remember, again, we'll reiterate, first team to beat Northport is confidence. Also stopped one of the longest winning runs came from Rain or Shine. To win 2 of its 3 games, only to come up losing or with a losing streak in the last 3 matches.
And there have been so many games here for the Phoenix Fieldmasters that could have gone the other way. True. To be quite fair, they typically were let down by one bad quarter, especially in the second half. That has let them down throughout this conference. Consistency through all 4 quarters was the early problem this team had and unfortunately could not solve.
Correct. They were able to solve it at one instance, but then the illness returned.
And then around here, here's Kim Aurin. Short
Alvaro.
shot clock. He's got to go. Aurin forces the shot. Hits the rim, and Arpogoy has it. They'll have the last bite at the apple. No. 78 to 50. What a quarter here for the TNT Tropang. The Phoenix Fieldmasters cut it down to around 10 points here in quarter number 3. We go into the fourth with a whopping 28-point lead for TNT. The go away. We'll be right back. Let's take a look at the game summary here as we take a look at TNT Tropang Giga second chance points. They have boarded offensive rebounds and really took advantage every time they could. +6 advantage over the Phoenix Fieldmasters. And of course, the imports matchup. Donovan Smith almost matching Ronde Hollis Jefferson in terms of points and rebounds, but really it's the overall impact beyond those numbers that have helped Ronde Hollis Jefferson become just a more positive factor here for this team. Tyler Deal, on the other hand, has been the most outstanding local player, arguably on the floor here today, with 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He almost single-handedly brought Phoenix within single digits in the third quarter. Unfortunately for him, could not find much support all throughout, either from the reinforcement or his other teammates. And eventually, TNT just found the groove yet again.
And when he sat down, it turned out to a free fall
Yes.
for Phoenix, and they were out scored once again with another under 20-point quarter for the second straight.
And they scored 14 in the second and 15 in the third.
After outscoring TNT early on here to open up the third.
And to contrast that, it was 25 in the second quarter for TNT and 29 in the third. Long range bomb coming from Razon. He drains it. And everyone contributing here for TNT.
Points off the bench, beaten badly by Terraferma 55-33, but not here against Phoenix.
Well,
wow.
Well, Coach, you gotta feel that this is a bit of this is a much better performance compared to what we saw against the Terra Firma Chief. Guy scores 2 inside.
The defensive effort is first and foremost, and then the shooters led by R.R. Pogoy and Calvin Oftana.
Well, you know what, Coach? I mean, you take a look at the frustration and the body language here of a lot of Phoenix Fieldmasters. And this is their last game as Matt Davis comes in here for Phoenix. You gotta feel that they just need a bit of a recalibration going to the next conference to try and rebuild their confidence and perhaps find a way to make it beyond the elimination round again.
The loss to Blackwater seems deflating, really.
Yeah, Blackwater,
this match.
Blackwater did not have an import.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our Pogoy. Bring that around. Arizona hitting a 3 a while ago. Goes up again. That's a heat check, and he drains it.
Oh, my.
Well, everyone contributing here.
More than everyone.
More than everyone, almost. And that's a good finish coming from Kenneth Tuffet. Tough day here for the Phoenix Fieldmasters as the TNT Tropang Giga practically won this game in between the second and third quarters, Coach.
Right.
Unless something incredible happens in the next 10 minutes.
Which is what Terraferma did against TNT. Remember, as Terraferma scored 74 points in quarters 2 and 3, while containing TNT to only 42 points in the middle quarters.
things around here.
Similar narrative, really, if you ask me. TNT turning the tide against Phoenix this time.
Well, the only difference between the two narratives, coach, would have to be that the Terra Firma win was very much an upset.
True.
Galinato gets a basket and one after the fancy play coming from our Bogoy.
RR Borges has done it all today. Defense, score from the long bombs, and then find an open teammate. Unselfish play. What about Galinato running hard to play the trail and has scored a lot of points off the bench and at the same time played tough defense against Donovan Smith.
Take a look at that again. Hits a play from our Bogoy.
Razon in for 6 straight points. Caruela in. Probably Ebonia will be in the picture soon.
Slowly entering the bench here is Coach Chot Reyes. And on the other end, Coach Jamaica Harin has already started to do that as well. Salado, up top. Razon right in front of him. Putting him on the hip. They try and swing things around. Here is Aki Ferrano. So shoot right at the face of Aurin. No good. But not comes up with a big rebound.
Different percentage continues to stick here for Phoenix.
Galinato is such a big body here, so wide. He looks so strong. You can only imagine what he can do with a few more years of experience. Stop it, runs, finds Ferrano. Ferrano couldn't finish through contact as we go the other way. Came Aurin.
The defensive effort continues for TNT.
8:42 left here as they now center in Antipolo. Aurin. On Huffin. And Sanuela wide open. Wants three, gets three.
Bench scoring. 3-point shooting. Ultimate weapons detonated by TNT against Phoenix in this match.
Bel Gregorio has a story for us. Bel, what do you have?
Coach Jamaica doesn't want to give this away and raise the white flag so easily. Expressing his frustration in their most recent huddle, he called his players out for their lack of effort in securing offensive rebounds. This is what he wants to see from them so they can also run back right away because he urged them to be more intentional in attacking the basket. You gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. Now, from a mathematical standpoint, it could be too little too late, but then that's important to see. The effort of whoever's on the floor, keep on playing, keep on crashing the board, and continue playing hard as we take a look at this and judge whether or not the goaltend. Let the referees decide that because that does seem a bit close. Coach Chuck Reyes there. .805 left here in the fourth.
Yes, we started the quarter 78-50. Total of 11 fourth quarter points for TNT, most of them coming from the second unit. Phoenix has just contributed or counted for 6 fourth quarter points.
Ensalado with the foul. Another timeout here. Steel Master super time. It's 7:52 left here in quarter number 4. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching your PBA as we see the TNT Tropang Giga take charge here against the Steel Masters 89-56 with 7:52 left here in quarter number 4. This is the first game of a doubleheader as we take a look at the standings here. Phoenix on the way to losing to a 3-2 38-9 record on the TNT Tropang GIga look to secure their spot here in the quarterfinals. Right now, Northport and Converge are the top two teams on the hunt for a twice-a-beat advantage. And that will be a big deal considering that they are up against the San Miguel Beermen for the second game. And you know what, Coach? That's a big one because San Miguel are actually fighting for their playoff
survival.
lives.
Right, for survival. Loss could win extinction, perhaps. Or closer to extinction.
Or close to it at least. As here's Galinato with the steal, playing hard with the slam. Oh, Galinato clear out the runway.
Excellent performance for Galinato off the bench. 37-19 in bench scoring in favor of TNT because of plays such as those.
Oh, that play, Coach, that will live long the highlight for Galinato. 8 points in the game to go with 9 rebounds. Maruela playing it forward.
Wide open.
Hey, Maure, he likes that shot, and he drains another.
TNT had 10 made 3-point baskets to finish the third quarter. And here in the fourth, only giving up 6 points while scoring a total of 16 fourth-quarter points.
I think what's most impressive here, Coach, is the defense. The defense of the TNT Tropang Gigas. Galinato, oh, he had a highlight and a low light to follow. But either way, Coach, if you take a look at this, they've scored 29 points in 2 quarters, talking about the Phoenix Viewmasters. And that's all due to the type of defense TNT played.
Correct.
Coach Sotreyes was disappointed that they allowed Terra Firma of all teams, who is a rock bottom at the table, to score 117 on them in their previous game.
70 plus points in the middle quarters as Galinato shows us the stuff that he is made of. But remember, his excellence started when he was inserted in the game for Kelly Williams to contain Donovan Smith. And he worked so hard defensively, leading to points, much of the points off the bench. What a pass by Ebonyo.
And everyone getting in and scoring action here. It feels like as long as you play for TNT, you're gonna get the points as Payawa gets 2 in the short cameo here so far. Let's take a look at that again. What a feed inside as Payawa with a reversal. 6 minutes left to play here in quarter number 4. TNT up ahead big at 96-56. We'll be right back. Well, let's take a look at this again. Galinato going strong inside as he cleared out the runway, and then the bench mob having fun out here. Payawa going in and scoring off the pretty reversal.
It's my turn, says Payawal. They now have 42 bench points, 13 players scoring in today's match for TNT.
Garcia, Alejandro, as coach Jamaica Karin changes things around here, 42-19 in terms of bench scoring. 4 seconds to shoot here. They gotta go. Alejandro looking for 4 is Verano. That is well short there, and that will be a clock violation.
Still only 6 points for Phoenix. In the final quarter, while TNT has accounted for 18. A lot of them from 3-point baskets and mostly delivered by off-the-bench players.
5:33 left here. Bayala off the dribble on the attack, stopped, and that might be a turnover, and will be. Of course, when the bench mob does come in blowout situations like this, is actually a chance just to, one, get some minutes in, and at the same time, perhaps audition for a bigger role in the future. So your basket and one for Ara Garcia.
Down by 40 points earlier, looking to finish strongly. They are playing their final match, I believe, talking about Phoenix. 3-8 at this stage, with very minimal play dates remaining.
Razon, Payaway. Angelinato inside. Okay, time stop and double comes, and that will be a foul. Third foul here on the Kings Fuel Masters.
This will be the cue for the former Road Warrior and the former Yugi Red Warrior, Paul Moreno, to come in for the first time.
And timeout here for the TNT Tropang. GIga 4:58 left in quarter number 4. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Take a look at the numbers of our Pogoy against the Terapir Majib. It was not a great day for RR. He had 9 points and and was 57% from the field. But then contrast that with what he's done here today: 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Not a big jump in terms of the points scored, coach, but in terms of the impact that he had,
Yes.
incredible. He is a plus 25 in this game.
And what is not seen there is the defensive tenacity and effort that he has put in all those seconds and minutes that he has played.
Our Pogoy continues to show everyone why he is a valuable part of this TNT guys. Remember, there are just so many players here for TNT who've had a lot of second chances. You have Kelly Williams who came out of retirement and come back. And remember, our Pogoy had a health scare a couple
Correct.
of years ago
Some heart issues.
when people were not sure whether or not he would come back. And just to see him play at such a high level again is such a blessing for him and all the PBA fans out there, just to be able to watch his talent yet again.
Such a fighter, not just in basketball, but in life.
Rafi Verano. To Alejandro Payawal right in front of him. Daves with a big pick here. Alejandro, he's a crafty veteran. Great find to Dave. There'll be a basket and one. Alejandro, coach, he is people forget that he's actually a very good winner and a strong presence as a guard as well. Just hard sometimes to really beat that depth chart in terms of the guard position.
True.
It's there from Daves. This is a 36-point lead here for the TNT Tropang GIga.
10 in the quarter for Phoenix.
Doing things around here. Heruela looking for 3 and unable to get it. Ara Garcia comes away with a rebound. Well, back to the drawing board here for the Kings Masters as they will try to rejigger for the next conference. It'll feel like a much-needed break, especially after all the disappointments they had early on in the conference. They went on a little streak, and unfortunately for them, we're just not in sync. So just like that, unable to be consistent for 4-quarter periods in too many games have cost them too much and a spot in the playoffs. As we see their reinforcement, Donovan Smith, who, in the early parts of the conference, coach looked really promising. Just the last 2 games, there was just a lack in terms of his performance. Eximignano pulls up for 3 and gets that to go.
This is what I was referring to when you mentioned that everyone has scored. I said more than everyone because now they have 14 players accounting for a basket. And I think it's only Ibonia and Barilla.
Yes, only Ibonia and Barilla have yet to hit the box scores.
Yet.
Yet being the operative word there.
3-point baskets galore here for TNT after only hitting 7 3-point shots against the Reforma, being outshot from the long ball.
14 out of 29 here, coach, or rather 15 out of 30.
That's 45 of the 99 points from the long ball. That's a lot. Without our HJ needing to score over 20.
Well, coach, and not only that, again, we have to give credit to how the defense really sealed this game here. Because really, holding Phoenix only 60 points and getting close to being 100 here is a feat itself.
First 3 quarters. Let's take a look at the quarter scoring for Phoenix. 21 in the first, 14 in quarter 2, 15 in quarter 3, and only 10 here in the fourth. 10 in the last 8 hits and 45.
61-99 as TNT are looking to break to the 100-point mark. Yeah. Going strong inside instead. No finish there. So Ana Garcia has it. Almost a turnover. Garcia holds on. Now, the effort's still there. Look at the effort from TNT. They're like Bulldog just chasing it down. Where Garcia loses the handle but keeps the possession. There's Alejandro from the double here. And another turnover. Everyone forcing turnovers here. Emonia going on to the box score with a score. And only Paul Barilla is left here on the team to try and get on the score sheet.
Talk about team effort. But the defensive energy has not wavered for TNT to this point of the fourth.
Alejandro. Side step. Garcia with a little fake. Or shot clock. Gotta go. Rafi Duran with two.
Their inside basket for the red shirts. 13 fourth quarter points.
I wonder right now if they're going to try and look for Paul Barilla just to try to get him on the score sheet as well. There he is.
They have been executing.
He's Ayawa for 3, no good. Rafi Duran brings this one down. Almost a turnover here, but Ano keeps it. Up for the J. Guy with the follow.
Go back inside baskets here for Phoenix. 15 in the quarter for them. 23 for TNT.
Big win here for the TNT Tropang GIga.
Indeed.
As Varilla tried to go on the attack, beating Peruela. Instead, to go to the line and shoot one after getting the bonus. Take a look at that again, coach. Wow, what a finish there from Peruela. Such a tough cookie. And wherever he goes, he's such a dependable guard on Peruela. He's such a bloodhound when he goes and sniffs out defensive possessions and was able to also be a big body. At one point, I believe when he was with the Blackwater franchise, he actually was one of the league leaders in assists. And of course, a good backup when he was with the San Miguel Beermen.
College body of Junmar Fajardo in Cebu.
And the guy who gets a triple.
Long time coming from the long bomb for Phoenix. 18 in the quarter.
Well, we're going to be hoping that that type of shooting carries over to next conference. Yeah, no. And that will be an easy 2 for Foxy Abonia.
4 points off the bench. Bench scoring continues to flourish here for TNT.
Well, looks like Paul Barilla might not be able to score here, but has been very unselfish.
There will be another possession coming up for them if they decide to still go for the basket.
But Barilla hasn't even taken a shot here. He's just been providing screen assists
and moving the basketball.
Moving the basketball. Just being a good teammate. And that's a fancy finish there for R. Garcia. The Tropang GIga are now still in the hunt for a top two finish. As we take a look at our best player of the game, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. On our boy is our selection here today with around 12, 6, 3, and 1.
Excellent numbers, but more than that, he started it all for TNT. Defensively, offensively, it was the Pied Piper for this unit.
DP Tropang Liga with our Pogoy leading the charge for the locals, especially with a huge win, 106 to 17. Final score brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Don't go away. We'll be right back. In the second game, it will also be a big one here. Converge Piper Extras going up against the San Miguel Beermen. San Miguel looking to survive. Converge looking for a top two finish. We'll be right back with some more analysis.